Mitchum, and so I get the pleasure of coaching the tight ends, and I get to be the shortest coach with the tallest players, so which is fine. So I get the pleasure of, like, we're kind of the hodgepodge. We're blockers, but we also have to catch, and so it's a tough job sometimes. So I'm going to start with my little sophomore here. All right. Yeah, I got him for 2 more years. This is number 10, Cole Snodgrass. Looking forward to what Cole is going to be doing. He got to play a couple snaps this year, got a couple catches, and so we're looking forward to what he's going to be doing next year at our tight end / H position. So, and so now I'm going to kind of hit on my seniors here. I was lucky to have 3 great seniors. I'm going to talk about the first one since he's not here, and then I'm going to spend some time on these 2 guys that are here. So, all right, he's FaceTiming us? Perfect. Well, I'm going to talk about number 11, Cody Malinka. Cody is a 3-year letterman, and he was our first team all-district tight end, and obviously he is not here tonight because he's already graduated early and has gone on to play at Baylor, and he's currently recovering from shoulder surgery, but he did a lot of great things for us, and you probably saw him a few times in the highlights. So senior Cody Malinka. Alright, and then my other 2 seniors, I was lucky to get to coach these guys all the way from freshman up until now, and I'm going to start with number 31 here, Colton Nolan. And Colton is that guy that he was just kind of like Calvert, a little too skinny to be an O lineman, and so we said, you know what, Colton, you got some skills, we see you do some pulling, and we don't know if he can catch, but we're going to find out. And sure enough, he got a ton better, I tell you. So we always do pre-warm-up stuff when we throw the ball, and at the beginning of the season, Colton was catching about maybe 1 out of 7. But then by the time we got to the playoff games, he was like 6 for 6 or 7 for 7, and we were like, all right, it's going to be a good game. So, Colton, he was that guy that I could expect to always be one of the first guys in the drill. He was excited. He was always asking questions, trying to learn his trade of being the H. And he was just towards the beginning of the season, he was helping out on special teams, and then towards the end of the season, he was able to get in and give quite a few plays as our second tight end. And so there's a couple times you just see him scrapping it up. And Colton, I love him so much because he's the one guy that I've had to tell, you got to slow it down a little bit there, Colton. You're going to kill yourself or kill somebody else on the field. So luckily he got a lot better. And Colton, I'm so glad you got to be a tight end with me, and then we got to be together this year. So Colton Nolan. And then last here is number 85, Grant Rigdon. And Grant is another one of these guys. This is his first year lettering, but he started all last year on the JV, and he was always working hard. And I knew that as soon as he came up, he was going to add to the team automatically. And he was one of those guys that he got on the field quite a bit, and it was always on special teams, whether it be kickoff return or kickoff or punt. And so he even made 4 tackles or something like that. So he ended up with really contributing and helping out in that spot. Plus I knew that no matter what, when it got time towards the end of the game, we could always put him in, and he was going to know what to do, and we were going to have a solid guy taking care of business. And so Grant, probably my favorite story for him is one day at practice, he's just having a tough day. He's just not catching anything. He's just one of those days where just nothing seems to be going right. And he just looks at me and goes, "It'll be better tomorrow." And I go, "It will." And and then that's the best thing about Grant is he's a positive guy, and I knew that no matter what, he was going to give me the best effort he was going to give, no matter what. And so, Grant, thank you, and looking forward to what we're going to have in track season this year as well. So, Grant Rigdon. We're going to transition to our defensive side of the field. So, starting with Coach Bukowski. All right,
6, Mayor Martinez is a first-year letterman, played both in the secondary and front 7. Go ahead and step out there, Mayor, wave to everybody. Was a first-year letterman as well, outside backer, academic all-district. Look forward to what he's going to do his senior year. And then, last but not least, number 28, Cole Walters. He was an all-district honorable mention linebacker, first-year letterman. He was our starter at Bandit. Cole matured tremendously this last football season. He's a dynamic player, and we're looking forward to what he's going to do next year as well. This is your underclassmen outside linebackers. Now with the seniors, each year these guys create a unique footprint for our campus. Every class that comes through is exclusive. Each football team the last few years has been exceptional. The goal is always to build something special, to create the necessary pillars for these guys to carry on the tradition and build upon the tradition in order to reach higher successes. This team and this position group accomplished all of that. Most of these seniors in the room tonight not only left their mark on school history, last year counting for an undefeated district championship, this year a by-district championship, going to the second round of the playoffs, all school records. And as a program, we're looking forward to the future and building upon what these guys have left for us. So I'm going to start with number 9, Nolan Kozlowski. Nolan's a THSCA all-academic, all-state honorable mention. He's also a 13-6A all-district academic, 2-year letterman in football and baseball. Nolan's been the epitome of the College Park brand, and I've had the pleasure of coaching him the last 4 years on the rectangle and on the diamond. There's never a shortage of toughness, loyalty, dedication. Those are words that just get kind of handpicked when you're talking about Nolan, to being the best version of himself 24/7, 365. You moved up to the front 7 from the back end your sophomore year and made that transition. He's been versed at Bandit and Hawk on the weak side and strong side of our defense. Nolan's a multi-sport athlete, as I just mentioned, that always provided positivity and high energy for the guys at practice. Whether it's in the game, whether it's a defensive team practice segment, whether it's an individual practice segment, at our position. He was a huge piece of our defensive success. I've learned